8:32 at night. It's the 27th of October, 2023. Well, what's going on, artist in recovery? How the hell are you doing? Yeah, it's Weaver over here in Roseman, California. What's going on, fellow recovery person? Holy crap. I hope you guys are off red alert interstate. Yeah, we heard about it a few hours ago. They're still talking about it with the pundits left and right on this shit. Holy crap, dude. I was scared for you guys. So all we needed that asshole do is to do crossing over county to county. But I knew there had to be something wrong with this asshole, Daryl. I knew there had to be something wrong with this asshole. Don't we've both been into situations where we had mental health issues. We're dealing with the damn disease. That's mental enough, isn't it? 2 weeks in inpatient hospitalization, and then they release his ass. Did they ever say he was on psychotic medications or anything else for that matter? No. HIPAA. You know the politicians are going to be tearing this damn thing apart left and right. You know that. They're going to be talking this damn thing for weeks, and the Republicans aren't going. I'm sorry, the Trumplicans aren't going to go la 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 la. I'm not hearing anything. La 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 la. We just had so many shootings at this point over here with lunatics, and you're just doing that la 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 la. If I say it, I'm going to get nailed on this one. I'm going to get nailed by Google and YouTube on this one. Because I got a feeling something bad may happen. That's all I can say. I can't be more specific on that one, otherwise Google and YouTube will have my ass on this one. Because I'll be setting things up left and right one way or another. Every time these guys open up their mouth, it's like I'm expecting storm clouds. You get me? I'm expecting more bad things to happen. Not just the same political rhetoric. It may up. You follow? Because if I happen to say it'll be considered like a conspiracy theory at this point over here, and I'll get jumped on into damn shit. But if I'm going to be exploring a comment or two regarding my own observations, what I'm seeing right now, what I'm fearing right now, would that also be construed something going against me that YouTube and Google will say it's against community regulations and community standards? They're going to get a taste of this damn thing one way or another. And they're not going to like the flavor of this damn shit. It's not just people going to be suffering. There's going to be someone that seriously pissed off enough to do something that's going to be even worse than what we're seeing right now. I'm just not talking about January 6th shit. It's like I'm doing something like Phil Collins did regarding the Miami Vice theme. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. It's always being upped up one way or another. If it's one screwed up student going into a school to do the deed, a dastardly deed that everybody keeps talking about to this day, or even worse than that, go back to Columbine. Maybe a little worse than that, Oklahoma City. It's just never de-escalates. It has to be more and more. Waco, Texas. Ruby Ridge? But they weren't internal well, Waco, David Koresh, which is a nut job anyway with his Branch Davidian nut jobs out there. Screwing up the Bible and everything else in there and claiming that he was the prophet and everybody should follow him and everyone else should be armed to the teeth. What happens? History books tell you about that one. One particular guy who gets seriously pissed off, and he already had the military training for it. And in the federal building out in Oklahoma City. Shit. I was watching the news on that shit. I had no clue what the hell was going on. It's like decades later you read more and more into the damn thing and it scared the fuck out of me. It scared the hell out of me. Daryl, I was just working on that essay. I had to add a little bit about the Maine shooting into it as a last note. Teacher wanted 6 to 7 pages on the damn shit. I swear I could just... I did a video about this one. I had to let her know and talk to her about it. Or talk at her anyway through the video. But I had to make my opinions known about this. It's, the Marvin Gaye music, back in the 60s, the Motown music was not just being about groovy. They were also talking messages to people left and right. What they didn't like seeing, what was happening in society, and what countries and other people were doing to each other. The music of those times were messages. It's the wonder I get more and more ancient feeling. Because sometimes those musics out there were hitting the mark of their times and it's echoing to here. Did I ever tell you about those Japanese hen gardens? Oh, God bless it. I keep feeling I'm mentally and physically broken. Physically, yeah. Mentally, that's debatable these days. After seeing the crap these days, I don't even know what the deep-seated mental illness is unless I go down that pathway. It's bad enough that I deal with the PTSD and grieving and mental shit like that. But this guy, Card, holy fuck, Daryl. Holy fuck. It's like every other damn lunatic we kept seeing on the news these days. Even for a 16 or 17-year-old kid who's got a burp his ass. Or how about earlier than that? Shooting up his own damn school and teachers. I gotta ask, Daryl, how sick in your stomach do you feel over this crap? Would this be considered a normal feeling? Because I think it's a normal feeling. Because I feel like I would just want to throw up on the whole damn crap. Like, what the hell are we doing, dude? I don't get it. I don't get the depravity on this situation. I can try understanding the depth of pain regarding a loss of people. And sometimes grief can put a person into the final pathway one way or another. And perform the deed one way or another. I'm wondering, was Card the same way? And what the hell were their voices trying to tell him? To kill people? I don't know if some people are actually born that way or developed that way. You're probably asking me the question. Why don't you ask me the question? Why don't I ask myself the question on that one? Do I feel like I'm that way? Like I want to kill myself? There have been times I did want to kill myself, concerning about the grieving and mourning I'm feeling so much I wanted to be a part of my family, and yet, I would feel the guilt and shame of seeing them that I failed. I failed. Failed in tasks that I didn't even know what the hell I was supposed to do, or if I was supposed to be doing them. I was bungling them left and right. I made a promise to Ma to get through school, and I'm trying to get through school. I made a promise to my brother I'd be doing this. I'd be doing this. I don't want to welch on that damn thing. There's bad enough other promises I've made in my lifetime that I screwed up on. We had to make those kind of promises a long time ago and screw ourselves up on that one. Well, we had to have, pal. But the thing is, I can't understand for myself is, would I be that seriously demented or that seriously much in pain to go out and do the shit the card did? I mean, come on, dude. Would you have? Would you seriously would have pursued that particular point where that was going to be done? You might as well throw the question back at me. Come on, throw the question back at me. I'll just get my body adjusted here. So you're going to ask me the question? So you did ask a question. If I didn't get that particular moment of clarity and called my brother, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Just a few steps, dude. All it would have taken a few steps in one particular direction. The conditions were right. The conditions were right. But I had that phone call. I had that phone call. I didn't make the call. Actually, I made the call to my brother on that one. But I had the thought enter the head. So call your brother. I was a few steps away. I would have been a blotter, and the family wouldn't know about it until they got notified by the LA County Sheriff's Department or somebody else. I think that would have torn me apart in heaven, or in the afterlife anyway. I think that would have been the worst day ever. I came damn close to doing it, dude. October 10th, 2006. I was going to do it. Maybe if I had gone out and drank, I still would have done it. That's why things like this happen when I hear the suicides. They're a reminder to me, Daryl. They're a reminder to me. I am capable. I am. And that's what scares me the most. Dude, there would have been a lot of reasons these days that probably would have been perfectly logical or pliable or something like that to a screwed up thinking. And it scares me. It should. A wake-up call, Daryl. A wake-up call. With a lot of emotional prodding at this point over here. A lot of maneuvering in this one. I would have. I could have. I almost did. I'm still here. I am still here. With a hell of a lot of crap on my shoulders, it would have been far, far too easy for me to do that. Every morning, I wake up to body aches left and right. Once in a while, I'll get the feelings. I'll get the feelings being put back on a roller coaster and ready to be going for another damn route, or it's the depressional stage that I'm still recovering from the last bout. And it could either be coming from memories, dreams, some kind of trigger, or even news. Or even a news, Daryl. This guy, he is one of many. He's not a few, he's one of many. And they don't know it. Or they know it, but just people aren't catching it. Something always misses. Maybe I could have been a therapist. If I had the training and if I had the knowledge for this, maybe. There's always something oblivious. There's always something amiss on these things. My brother almost killed himself while he was out there doing it. My mother and I, we got sick and tired of my brother taking money out of Ma's purse all the time. And me covering up for my brother all the time. He was getting sicker and sicker with the damn disease. I was just almost getting started on this shit, dude. And Ma and I kicked him out. He had a struggle for survival for 3 weeks. No, 3 months. He lost a woman that he loved. That damn near killed him. There was a woman in his life that mattered a great deal. And she was dying. And he was there with her when she passed. That tore his ass apart. And I'm thinking, along that route, dude, if it wasn't for divine intervention, I would have been here. His sobriety date was September 18th, 1985. He would have been pulling 33 years if he's still around. Or if he actually lived. Maybe a little bit longer than that. It's been about 5 years since he's passed. I mean, hell, he was days away from getting to 33. He died at sobriety age of 32. Mortal corpse, 60. Dude, he tried. He had the means, and he was using them. And the thing is, it was prevented each time. When the cops found him in the motel room, he was huddled, scared as hell. And they saw the table. They also saw the door with a hole in it. When he got out from a 72-hour hold, he came home. And at first, I didn't want him there. I was pissed. I was angry. I didn't know who my brother was anymore. I didn't know who the stranger was. Closed, I slammed the door on him. Called Ma, talked to her about it. She told me to bring him in. I brought him in. And he was crying his ass off. So he got into the living room, just sat and wept. Ma was telling me anything and everything that he needs at that point. If you want cigarettes, you go out there and get it for him. But he goes with you. Don't keep your eye. No, don't take your eye off of him. Not until I get back home. And she went through sources in the program with her people, got a contact, came home. Actually, she came home dressed and went to the meeting. Came back, she was having leftovers. Cold, but she was going to have leftovers. But at this point, she didn't care. She handed a number to my brother and says, in the morning, you call. If you don't, there's the door. She wasn't joking. I know what he felt. We both knew. We hit bottom. We hit bottom. It was the scariest damn place to be. When my brother picked me up, took me home, I finally broke down and told them both what was going on. 6 to 7 years working in a call center from hell, losing my mind. Thought I was doing great, but then things turned out to be for crap during those days. And yeah, Mr. Hyde was going to be coming out to have his piece. If I had let that personality out, and I just about damn near I did, I was prevented. I didn't have the means. There's a lot of deeper on this story here that the Google and YouTube don't like me to tell because it goes against community standards of how I would have been like Card. And how Card ended up. That's why I keep relating to these schmucks. That's why I know. And it still makes me sick to my stomach and scares the living fuck out of me. I can go into a meeting hall and I can really go out with the language and go into full detail. I mean, royally. I hadn't been in a meeting hall in a hell of a long while, and I miss it. Online just doesn't do it. I just don't have the access to it. And I miss going to meetings. I miss the interaction. I had seen my brother so many times go to meetings before I hit my own bottom. I couldn't relate. I didn't want to relate. It took two guys, a large cup of mocha latte, or actually ice blended. Actually, it was a hot night during that time, and up until 1 o'clock in the morning, we're talking. The next night, I knew I was identifying myself. Humbling, humiliated, grateful. We're both lucky, Daryl. We're both lucky because it could have been a lot worse for us. Almost. Unfortunately for Card, we'll never know. We'll never know. I relate with these bastards, that's the problem. It scares the fuck out of me. Anyway, Artist Recovery of YouTube channel there, pal. I probably have a lousy night to sleep anyway, but I had to get this off my chest. I'll talk at you later, dude. You'll probably have something to say about something else or someone else there. But I'll tell you one thing, dude, this scared the shit out of me more. I'm still feeling it. No, because I'm feeling my own history, my own past here, in front of my face.